Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace is a fairly simple film, being the prologue to the Star Wars franchise as a whole. This is a tale about an order of knights on a mission of great importance. They must return balance to the galaxy by forcing a settlement between greedy economic powers and sovereign nations, testing their resolve and commitment along the way. They will face ideals and obstacles oppositional to their ascetic order and must adapt themselves to a new world. Or hey, maybe it's actually a story about this down-on-his-luck slave boy who grew up on the rough side of the galaxy, quickly adapting to his lot in life with a mature, almost arrogant confidence. He's street-smart, mechanically capable, sharp-witted, perceptive, and more than anything, he wants out of this blasted backwater nightmare he grew up in. He wants adventure and glory and heroism, but he deeply fears change. One cannot be an adventurer or hero without sacrifice, and one cannot obtain freedom without confronting loss. Or hey, maybe it's actually a story about this princess who holds a great heart for compassion and peace but lacks perspective. Gradually, through experiencing the galaxy outside of her home, she comes to understand the true suffering of others, the cost of war, and the unfortunate necessity for violence. She'll carry these lessons with her as a ruler and a person to facilitate a better life for her people. Or hey, maybe it's actually the story of an ostracized nobody, racked with social pressure and looked down upon by his noble people. And over the journey, perhaps he finds his role as an ambassador, a bridge between races, uniting two halves to act as a harmonious whole. Or, maybe it's about all of that. All of those perspectives interwoven, driven not by familiar tropes or coincidences or corporate outlines, but by pure fate-assigned symbiosis and critical conscious action. Anakin would never escape slavery if a Naboo cruiser didn't stop in his town. Queen Padme would never acquire the perspective she desperately needed without Anakin, and her Naboo cruiser would never have touched down without Jar Jar leading the Jedi to his hidden city. And the Jedi would have never needed Jar Jar's assistance if not for the blockade around Naboo. All things affect all other things, carrying forward indefinitely into the future, originating from a few focal points. In this case, those focal points are a stoic warrior of light and a phantom menace. Both are locked in dire conflict, trying to bring out their desired realities with full conviction. They don't even know each other, nor will they ever, but without exchanging a word, their ideologies and actions will shape the universe entire. These oppositional forces are two sides of the same coin, each shaping the people, ideologies, and world around them. Nothing begins without the will and means, and there is no greater will than in this pair. The stoic warrior of light, Qui-Gon, uplifts those around him, radiating clarity and hope. He instructs the other Jedi Knights in the ways of compassion and humility, provides Anakin opportunities and insight, enables Padme the courage and protection to grow, and even shows Jar Jar a many great mercy and dignity. The quest for peace would be lost without his presence, and throughout every trial faced, he maintains a pure, unwavering focus on his goals. Even in moments of immediate death and war, he is centered, contemplative, and never stationary. To contrast, the Phantom Menace only degrades and abuses those in his care. He coolly manipulates the Trade Federation, stoking their greed to terrorize the Naboo people. He takes advantage of Queen Padme's naivete, instilling cynicism and desperation in her. He fills his apprentice's mind with only thoughts of vengeance and violence. He wants nothing but death for the Gungan people, seeing them as mere obstacles to his designs. These two focal points, Qui-Gon and the Phantom Menace, not only have conflicting personalities, but deeply conflicting desires. Qui-Gon seeks to manifest a world of peace, prosperity, and harmony where all life is balanced. The Phantom Menace wishes to disrupt that very balance in pursuit of power. Inevitably, their ideals must clash. Two branching realities collide, and the weight of shifting futures comes crashing down. A cascading causality which can never again be contained. Life itself will be altered forever. It is, unironically, pure poetry. Every scene, every character, every dialogue holds within it a precious perspective. The film opines about all human behavior, illustrating our connection with the world entire. It speaks to both our superficial nature and our deeper, intrinsic need for symbiosis. What affects one of us affects all of us. To condemn one man is to condemn all humanity. To save one soul is to rescue the very future from the clutches of madness and despair. Star Wars Episode I: The Phantom Menace is a fairly simple film. Being the prologue to the Star Wars franchise as a whole, it has a great burden. It must answer the question, how do stories begin? When does something truly start? From where, why, and how? It answers these questions with unflinching, graceful resolve. It is ironically seen as a clumsy work, lacking in consistency or clarity, but I find that a matter of focus. After all, it is your focus which determines your reality. Shed your preconceptions, fight with the truth in your soul, manifest the reality you desire, and cherish the responsibility of being human.